I don't know, but
No, you know what you need, Chantal? You need to get your butt out of the Middle East. You need to go back to Canada, and you need to start living a life that isn't just a big scam. I mean, this is silly. You're going to be 40 years old. You're out here, I mean, following some 29-year-old thinking that he's going to love you and marry you and make a life with you and whatever. Girl, come on. He laughs at you. He makes fun of you. I mean, why do you think you're over there with him? Because you guys are living it up? I mean, yeah, you really look like you're living it up. You really look like you're happy. What you need to do is you need to go back to Canada. You need to start putting in hard work. And you need to, if a relationship is really what you want, if that's your end game in life, I know it is for some people. If that's really what you want, someone to love you, someone to call you baby, someone to give you affirmations, whatever. I mean, slow steps. I mean, whatever. Get on the dating apps, work on yourself, get back to a point where you can walk for more than a minute without getting dizzy. I mean, that would, if I were that in that place, that would be my number one priority. Not who's going to call me baby when I put my head down at night. I mean, girl, come on. I mean, you're not going to be able to heal in this environment, let alone thrive. You're talking about energy. You're sitting here telling us how you're about to fall asleep.
so you're getting help and you want to dunk on Chantel? And that's why I think Shannon and FFG's chemistry is so beautiful, because they're so similar. FFG has to be the hero. That's why she has to always dunk on Chantel with something. Like when she did the thing with BBJ, I stand on this. She did her big one. She did her big one with that one, especially with the way Chantel was running her mouth, talking about FFG's dogs and all. When I saw her pull that off, I said, leave it to Chantel to have me applaud FFG. I was pissed. I was like, oh, this was so good. She trolled the fuck out of you. Oh my God. So, just so we're clear, and you heard it here first. What happened with BBJ, rescuing BBJ? The BBJ rescue to FFG will be with the 89 LBs are to Amber. You will always hear about it for years to come. Always. That's never going to die. She did her big one. She had to make it public. And for those saying, oh, it's for the money, I think you guys forget, I've said this before, multiple things can be right at once. She did her big one and definitely helped BBJ, because at this point, I think almost anybody's better than Chantel. But yes, of course it was for the money. If it wasn't for the money, she wouldn't have made it public. Of course it was for the money. Are you kidding? The bitch held she shopped for BBJ's collar on stream. She shopped for a cat to get a Gucci collar for a cat. Of course it was for money. But I'm not going to take away the fact that, like, at least she got BBJ. But yes, it was for money. Yes, it was for content. Are you crazy? That is her 89 LBs, bitch. She is never letting that go. That will always be content in some way.
Isms. So, French fried girls should be worried because Chantal was threatening to sue again. Shadowed that she might have returned to Canada to handle some other business, and she would handle that while she was there. I would be terrified if I was French fried girl. So terrified. This is the woman who couldn't even make a vet appointment, and she's going to coordinate a multi-person lawsuit because she felt duped about her cat being given to somebody else. By her to somebody else. But she couldn't tell you who because the selfish bitch wouldn't even walk down the stairs to go say bye. She handed it to Pete's. Again, many reasons we can't follow through with our commitments. So, and Chantal doesn't have much tolerance for distress or discomfort. If something isn't exactly the way she wants to eat it, she's not going to eat it. If it's not the right temperature, she's not going to eat it. So you would think someone as large as her would be much more picky. But, or would be much less picky. But actually, some of the more morbidly obese people I know are rather picky about their food. And, like other folks who deal with addiction, can get pretty nasty if they don't get what they want. How many people think that they've probably fought about food a couple times already? I'm sure he was fine with her coming over, but she farted out a bunch of promises initially that she was I'm gonna go to the gym and lose weight, and it'll be great, and I'll be going to the beach, and we'll be travel beezing. If you're too fat for a plane, you gotta do something. because now you can't even get out of there in a hurry if you need to. There's no shame in buying 2 plane seats if you need them, but if you don't like that you need them, or that you're cutting it close to needing them, whose job is it to change the shape of Chantal's body? Yours? Mine? A pill? Some Ozempic? No, it comes down to Chantal and what she chooses to do. At this point, she's had more resources and opportunities and access to treatment over the years that most people don't give a shit how she feels, or that she probably can't handle all of her ADLs maybe on her own, because she was always such a nasty, self-centered person that her discomfort brings people pleasure. We've heard of Schadenfreude. You know, it's the same sort of thing. I don't
So we saw some boats pass by while we were hanging out by the riverside and decided after we were done hanging out by the river to see if we could find a dock and take a boat ride ourselves. On our way,
it was his hard-earned money to try to buy her food that would support her health. And then either she ordered it without him, or he came to reason of, look, I don't love you so much that $250 isn't worth risking your health to me. So if you really love me, Chantal, really, really love me, you'll go on there, eat yourself half to death, and give me the cash. So, I don't know. And she wants privacy. Okay. And where's your husband? Where's your husband? Where's your husband? Where's your husband? He's out with the boys. Thailand, from what I understand, has a very, very active sex scene. So, I'm sure he'll text you. But at any rate, this week we're going to... But she's sitting there, not a lot of people around, but it was the old eyes darting. Remember the outhouse? Or going for Burger King and then sitting in the parking lot, full face of makeup, looking all over the place to see who's looking and who's watching. She's out proud and doesn't care, but hawks like she's ashamed of what she's engaging in. So when she's sitting there with Sala eating, and there's people, you know, not a lot of people, because they go everywhere when it's closed. She's afraid of people, and they want to be able to film, and they're weird. They're weird. She likes getting attention, but standing out doesn't really, like, I think she probably feels like people are staring, because they are staring. It's a spectacle. She's 4 times the size of a normal woman. So I think people are going to stare. That shouldn't be unexpected. Is it rude? Is it cruel? I don't know. Bottom line, it shouldn't be unexpected. And to act shocked would be kind of stupid as well. You've read about it a little bit and saw it on TikTok. Please look better after yourself. Take better care of yourself. If not you, for your husband that you told us you loved so much. How much do you love him if you're willing to eat yourself to death because it's too difficult to try to get better beyond 36 hours? If you're... I'm not a 12-stepper, but the bondage of self. She's so obsessed with meeting her own wants and needs that she, to her inadvertently, steps on people and hurts people in that way. There's another side of Chantal that is a complete sociopath and pretty much doesn't care about feelings, doesn't know how to act. That's why we had the wedding cake and candles and she erupted like she was going to shit her pants, because she doesn't know what happiness feels like, so she doesn't demonstrate what it looks like. She doesn't know love. She doesn't know any of those feelings. And so with all this spinning in her head, her marriage on the line, her citizenship being up, she goes on a diet.
One, I'm pretty, okay? That has a lot, and I don't mean that to be conceited. I'm being very matter of fact. Being pretty gets you a lot of privilege. I'm just saying, you can get away with a lot if you're pretty. Number one, I'm pretty.
Okay, guys, so this is the trailer for Femme. It's been released in Europe, but it's out. It's a thriller, and I've seen it. It's a fantastic film. It is out in Spain, and it is out in the US on March the 22nd. So here is the trailer.
in his high heels. Well, you can turn around if you're a fucking man. You're letting them win.
How you want to deal with that?
I think you're a nice looking lad. On your front. I'm a nice guy. If you disrespect me, fuck you up. You get that? Yeah, I'm the same. Oh, yeah, man. You're a fucking big man. I best remember not to fuck with you then.
Hi guys. Hi guys, and welcome to Tailored Talk. We're going to talk about a film called Femme, created, directed by In Ping and Sam H. Freeman. It's in the UK now. It's on Netflix and it's available on DVD in the UK, and it's coming out in the US this week, March the 22nd. And I want to focus on one character in Femme in particular. Now, the commercial for this film has been part of my intro for months now. So Femme is not the first film that has covered male sexuality repression, peer pressure, being in the closet, or hypermasculinity. And I really could use the picture of Adam Groff in every sentence, but I won't. But if you haven't already seen Femme, it will be one of the best films that you will see in 2024. Today, we're going to be talking about one of the characters, and he is the drug-dealing, baby blue-eyed hurricane of self-hatred that is Mr. Preston Frears.
Okay, I see you. What do you think I do for a living? You think I'm a dealer, innit? Is that what you're into? You want a big man to treat you like a little bitch? Maybe.
Now, by all accounts, Preston Frears is a mess. He's also a self-proclaimed bad boy with a few secrets. But is Preston a villain or a victim of circumstances? Now, I've picked out a few pivotal Preston scenes to explore this in detail. First of all, guys, we're going to go on. The first scene I want to talk about is the catalyst. The catalyst where this all began. The catalyst that launched Jules onto his journey of revenge. And that is the corner shop scene and the attack that happened straight afterwards. So let's take a look. This is the second time we see Preston. The first time was outside of the club where he was pretending to text.
Hey, Uncle! Preston, man.
Man, is this your fucking fruit juice, isn't it?
This is Aphrodite's worst nightmare as these guys come in, because she knows she knows what's gonna come.
You're coming tonight. Some fucking alcohol pops. They're Debs's.
They notice each other. He notices her, Aphrodite,
So alcohol
and it's like, oh god, it's you.
pops for Jack, man.
Yep, and she's like, oh my god, it's you.
He fucking loves that stuff.
Sorry, the one underneath.
Fuck me. Please, man.
Two.
Can we drop things?
Fuck me.
Okay, so Preston is going to start right now, And there have been a few reviews and some comments that Aphrodite should have just let the comments slide. You know, Jinx, water off a duck's back, that she should have just let the comments go and just ignored them and moved on. Now, Aphrodite could have done, but what enough people don't talk about is the fact that Preston also could have kept his mouth shut. Like, yes, Aphrodite may have went too far with the comments, but Aphrodite also has the right to go into a corner shop without being belittled or harassed. This was completely unprovoked. And Preston started something that he thought he could finish, and it backfired.
Hey, is that
He starts first.
a bloke? That's fucked up. Hey. Serious, bro. Fucking faggots, man.
He starts first. And she could stand there and take it, but she doesn't.
Takes one to know one, innit?
What?
And he never expects her to fight back. But bullies never expect victims to fight back.
Hey, what did he say?
Are you talking to me?
Thanks.
Hey, what did he say?
Now Preston is like a dog with a bone. What did he say? You're talking to me. Say it to my face. Say it to my face. He would have been like that all day if time had stopped.
Please. Do you want to say that to my face?
He's a big man in his high heels.
Hey, turn around and say that. Hey, turn around then. Hey, turn around.
And I don't think he expects her to turn around.
I said, how are you going to call me a faggot in front of all of your friends when I caught you checking me out earlier?
Now he's absolutely humiliated. Now he's just more. Now he's mortified because now he's been called out and exposed. And that nod that he's doing is like, all right, now you've humiliated me. Now I've got to fuck you up. That's when he knows that he's got to turn violent.
Friends when I caught you checking me out earlier.
There we go. He's wide-eyed. He's furious. And he gives this little nod of, oh, so this is how it is. There's that little nod of, this is how it is. And now because you've called me out, I'm going to have to physically hurt you. This is how it is. The battle lines have been drawn. And now he knows that he's going to have to turn violent.
Know each other.
Fuck off, man. He's chatting shit.
Babes, don't bother messaging me later when you're looking for a dick to suck. Because you and your don't touch the size
Aren't my type.
dick. Not my type.
Now he's humiliated.
Hold that for me, yeah?
And Preston is like, he can't beat Jules or Aphrodite verbally. So he goes after Aphrodite the only way that he can, and that's physically. The only way that he can take back his pride, take back power, is by exacting violence. It's the only way that he can win the battle, win the war.
Hold that for me.
Oh, he's gone.
Oh, what's going on?
Hey, we're on.
And Oz is psychotic.
Come.
Guys, I've always wondered why Aphrodite doesn't take her heels off and start running, because that's what I would have done.
What are you gonna do, Preston? Hey, this man woman humiliated you.
And there's Oz constantly picking up Preston, constantly stoking the fire. Because he's sick and he wants to see a fight.
Where you going? Turn around, then.
Yeah, turn around and smile for the camera, please.
Turn around if you're a fucking man.
Oz is so demented.
Hey, fuck him up, bro.
And at the beginning, his friends are like, fuck him up. Get him. Get him.
What did I say? I said turn around. Fuck off!
Aphrodite tries to fight back. She tries to push him away, but it's no use. Fighting Preston is like fighting a grizzly bear. He's, Jules, Aphrodite, that neither of them are getting away from that anger. So he grabs her head, slams it, and starts just kicking. Then his friends start pulling him away. You've had enough. Stop it. Allow it, bruv. Stop it. But Preston's too far gone at this point.
Why you wearing a fucking dress, bro? You're a fucking big man, huh?
And it's not enough to just beat Jules / Aphrodite. He has to get out the knife and force Aphrodite to strip on the street. Preston is too far gone. When he gets angry, there's no controlling him. There's no controlling it.
Get on your knees. Get on your fucking knees.
Because this is also about humiliation. Like, he's physically dominated Jules, but now he's going to humiliate Jules by forcing him to strip away Aphrodite. And I think that if it was just the beating, maybe Jules would have recovered quicker. If Preston and his friends had walked away, maybe Jules would have recovered quicker. Maybe Jules wouldn't have gone down the route he did. But now he's telling him to strip. This is all about humiliation and degradation, and this is all about Preston trying to take his power back. He was humiliated by this F word. He was called out in public, and she said that he had a small dick. So now he felt humiliated and disgusted, and now he's taking back that power. He's trying to take back that humiliation and just puke it back onto Aphrodite by forcing Aphrodite to do something humiliating. I hope this makes sense, guys. All this is all about taking his power back. He can't. Okay, guys, the second scene I'm going to talk about is when Jules has just finished kicking Preston's friends all their asses at Street Fighter and kind of embarrassing them. And in turn, Oz kind of embarrasses Preston for no reason. So let's take a look at this one. The last 2 beers in the fridge. I think Preston is very impressed and slightly turned on by this. The fact that Jules has just beaten his secret fling, has just beaten all their friends in Street Fighter.
Like, see me fucking mates up.
Jules is in masculine mode here. That's why his voice is so deep.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that he really, this is a little later on in the film, he really likes Jules, maybe, and he's trying to hide it.
We can get out of it now if you want.
And Jules is like, we can go and mess around in your room.
Could go fuck in a room.
But it's too risky for Preston.
Jules.
Even foreplay, it's not worth it.
Grab me a beer, man.
That's Oz, the house leader, and Preston's roommate.
There's none left.
Fucking Preston, man.
And immediately, he starts taking shots at Preston.
Buy your own fucking beers, man.
Immediately, even though Jules is having a drink as well. But because Jules is the guest, Preston gets the brunt of Oz's anger.
First one I've had. Keep driving around in your uncle's BMW.
Starts calling out Preston for driving his uncle's BMW. The white car that he has isn't his.
Hey, why are you being a dickhead? Because you're a scrounger.
I mean, why would you call out your friend in front of a room full of your friends? It's just a shitty move by Oz here.
Come on, you man.
Hey, my uncle, I bought it off.
And immediately Preston's like, it's not my uncle's. Let's rewind.
Like, see me fucking mates up.
Kinda, yeah. We can get out of here now if you want.
Could go fuck in a room.
Oh, mate.
Jules, grab me a beer, man.
There's none.
It's interesting that he does not ask Preston to grab him a beer. It's Jules. And you do wonder, is Oz kind of looking for Jules to be his new right-hand man?
Left.
Fucking Preston, man. Buy your own fucking beers, man.
First one I've had.
Keep driving around in your uncle's BMW.
Hey, why are you being...
I don't understand why Oz feels like he has to humiliate Preston right now. Why would you go after somebody that has such a short fuse? Who knows? God only knows.
a dickhead?
Because you're a scrounger. Come on, you man.
Hey, my uncle, I bought it off.
And Preston is immediately says to Jules, it's not, it's mine. It's mine.
Who are you trying to impress?
We're going out.
And Jules is like, I really don't care.
I ain't staying in no dry house. Jules.
And Oz again calls for Jules instead of Preston. Remember that Oz is Preston's friend and roommate, and they've only known Jules for 5 minutes, by the way. But he keeps on calling for Jules.
You coming?
We can't. We got shit to do.
Wait, was I chatting to you?
Again, he humiliates Preston. Was I talking to you? Mind your own business. And this is in front of a full house.
Do whatever the fuck you want, man.
I mean, he's just so mean and so flippant about it too. It's painful to watch.
Jules.
And all his focus is now on Jules. And I think he uses Jules and kind of makes Jules and Preston kind of compete for his attention.
Yeah.
And Jules agrees to go out to the club.
You alright?
Come on, you lot.
What are you doing?
And Preston's like, I thought you and me was going to spend time together. Time, meaning banging in his BMW or his uncle's BMW.
I'm just keeping it interesting.
And Preston's like, what are you doing? I thought this was going to be us time. And I think he wants to say that, but realizes that's going to sound too, too feminine, too needy, too faggy for Preston's taste. I really want to know what's going on inside Preston's head right now. And I think that if he had healthier communication skills, he would tell Jules, I really want to spend time with you alone. But his communication skills suck. So he just lets this happen. And they all go to the club. Okay, guys. So this is a Preston scene coming up. But I just wanted to show you the lunacy of the little gift that Jules takes on his first date with Preston. That's right, guys, a kitchen knife. Like you do when you're about to go on a beautiful first date with a charming lady or an enchanting man. What do you take with you? A kitchen knife. You know, just in case they try to beat you to death if they ever find out about your revenge porn scam. You know, it's all perfectly normal to take a knife with you out on a date. I mean, nobody can say that Jules didn't know who he was dealing with. You know, when you have to take a kitchen knife out on a date with you because you're worried that this person is going to maul you. Like, Jules is such a complicated character, but that's another video. Okay, now I'm going to fast forward to the date.
Call me tomorrow. Yeah. Alright. What?
Yeah. Are you?
You're going shopping just for me?
No. No, I needed new stuff anyway.
Did you now?
He's quite flattered, I think.
I forgot your hoodie, by the way, sorry.
Keep it.
That's also another sign, because what guy do you know that will just let you keep their hoodies? I don't know any guy that would just let their other half, well, let somebody that they barely know, who was practically a one-night stand, keep their clothes.
Knock off anyway. I don't wear that shit no more.
I think he's lying, but...
If you're on a budget though, I can get you more like that on the cheap. It looks real. That's the job. Fucking maniac!
This is such a superb scene. How Preston can go from normal to crazy in seconds. And Jules is like, oh my Jesus Christ. So this is their first official date.
Can I get some water for the table?
Yeah, can we get a bottle of sparkling, a pint of Brixton, and can we get the wine list?
Oh yeah, it's at the back of the menu.
Do you know what? A house wine would be good.
What do you recommend?
Well, I personally like the French Sauvignon. It's a little lighter, very drinkable.
Glass of that, please.
Great.
Yeah, it's all right, this place.
No. Yeah, seems really nice.
Don't worry, it's on me.
No.
No.
Immediately offers to pay. I don't think that's because he likes him, though. I think it's probably just to establish dominance. Like, it's a manly thing to pay. So Preston will do it for now.
It's on me. So listen, it was a bit of a madness what you did the other night.
Sorry about that.
No, I kind of rate it still. It would have been a different story.
And he's not talking about Street Fighter. He's talking about when they were about to have some fun. And Oz and friends come in unexpectedly. And Jules has to put on a masculine kind of drag to be able to get out. And then Preston gets his number afterwards.
Sorry if you fucked up, but we don't need to go into that.
So, Preston and a second.
Can we order some food?
Yeah.
You hungry, yeah? We get a Chateaubriand, say 400, 500 grams.
He does order for both of them, by the way.
Rare as you go.
Great.
Get a smoked bone marrow, beef fat potatoes, grilled hispy, and a few sauces. Surprise me.
Absolutely.
He is so charming. But, like, is Preston bisexual? That's what I'm wondering. Like, is he bi? He seems very flirtatious with the waitress.
Cheers, innit?
Does not give Jules the menu at all and orders for them both. Jules does not look impressed here.
So what, is this like your MO?
My MO.
Dinner dates with boys in men saunas?
Nah, not usually.
Okay.
And you do wonder, how many dates has he been on with guys? Does he take guys out at all? Is this the first time he's taken a guy out in a while? Does he mainly take women out? Like, his sexuality, his sexuality is so puzzling to me.
So what makes me so special?
I'll have to get back to you on that one.
Very mysterious here.
Oh, shit.
They have a little giggle. And it's here, I think, Preston starts to kind of like him a little bit. I don't know, it's that like little clutch of the arm. I don't know.
I know, I'm just trying to work out what the vibe is here.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I'm not imagining double dates with your friends anytime soon.
You're funny.
I think he is charmed by Jules at this point.
You keep this side of your life completely separate.
I'm a private person. I don't like people.
And then immediately goes into protection mode of, I don't want anybody getting in my business.
Getting in my business.
You got a girlfriend?
Now look at Preston's face when he asks that. Look, that little squint of what?
Not at the moment, no.
And then goes, it's like when you've got a new job and for some reason you get fired. And then people like your acquaintances who have only heard about the new job and haven't heard that you've been fired since go, how's the new job going? And you're like, what? Oh, yeah, the new job's going fantastic. It's that, oh, shit. Oh, yeah, I've got to tell them something. And that's the look in Preston's eyes when Jules asks him about a girlfriend. It's very odd. I do think Preston is bi, but that little look that he gives Jules, I'm just going to skip back.
I'm just trying to work out what the vibe is here.
What do you mean?
I'm not imagining double dates with your friends anytime soon.
You're funny.
You keep this side of your life completely separate.
I'm a private person. I don't like people getting in my business.
You got a girlfriend?
Look at that little squint that he does. That like, what, girlfriend? What are you It's like, what are you talking about? And then he goes back into masculine Preston mode of, oh no, I don't have one at the minute. No, I don't. There's that little squint of what? And then this.
Not at the moment, no.
Not at the moment. No, I've got they're queuing up, but I don't have one right now. And that makes me think, Preston, are you gay? Are you 100% gay? Or are you bi? Or do you lean towards men? Or are you bisexual and you lean towards men? Is it like 70% men, 30% women? Like what's your sexuality like percentage wise?
Would you like it if I did?
Why would I like that?
Because there's a lot of guys that fetishize straight men and turning them straight. That's why. Sorry guys, I meant turning them gay. That's what I meant.
Okay.
I see you.
Okay. I see you. What? What do you think I do for a living?
This is Preston's way of flirting.
You think I'm a dealer, innit? Is that what you're into? You want a big man to treat you like a little bitch?
So Preston thinks that he's this posh, feminine FAG, who is into being dominated. And Preston's like, I'm a jailbird, I'm tattooed, I'm hyper masculine. You know, I can fill that role for you if you want me to.
Maybe. Yeah, I know your type.
And you do wonder, so he's probably been with this type before. Has Preston been around the block?
Well, if that's what you're after, I can fill up your bingo card. Shotting, GBH, done time, all of it. What are you in for? I don't want to talk about that.
And that's very interesting, because he's told him like a laundry list of crimes that he's been in, that he's committed. But when Jules says, well, what were you actually locked up for? He's like, nope, can't tell you that. Very interesting.
Cash.
Okay, so now this is where Preston figuratively gets to take his dick out. He'll take his dick out literally later as well, but figuratively, he takes his dick out with paying in cash. Everything is a power play with Preston. Everything is about shining his torch of masculinity in Jules's face and saying, look at me. Like, I'm the big I am. I have money, I have jewelry, I can pay for this, I can pay for that. I deal, I do things on the side, I'm a hustler. You know, you wish you had my money. You wish you were me. Kind of thing. That's the vibe that I get from Preston. And it counts out all the cash, looks at Jules as he counts the cash. Oh my goodness. And Jules is disgusted. He does not look impressed at all, but Preston doesn't notice this. Okay, but all Preston thinks is, you wish you were me, you wish you had my money, and I'm gonna dominate this date. I'm gonna pay. I'm gonna order for you. I'm gonna pay for you, and then afterwards we're gonna have sex the way that I like it, and that's the kind of date that I want from you. That's the date that you're getting from me, and Jules, you're just gonna have to suck it up, literally. Okay, guys, so this is the last scene that I'm going to go over, the last pivotal Preston scene, and this is the infamous, did you think I was joking, don't test me scene. So, okay, so Jules is secretly recording Preston, which is the main goal. Preston is getting a bit too frenzied. He drops the phone. Right. He gets the phone back, starts recording again. Preston finally realizes that Jules is filming him secretly and blows his top. And it's funny because in this scene, even though he does completely lose his mind over this, it's actually being secretly recorded is actually a legitimate reason to be pissed. Preston has every reason to feel betrayed, to feel misled, to feel angry, to feel used. He has every reason, he has every right to blow his top. Anybody would in this situation. But of course, Preston goes from 0 to 100. But he does have a right to freak out in this scene. I don't disagree with his response. Well, I disagree with the level, but I don't disagree with the fact that he's pissed, because anybody would be pissed in this situation.
What the fuck? Turn it off! What the fuck are you doing? Turn it off!
He completely loses his mind, and when he charges back at Jules, I completely lost my shit in the cinema. I was so scared.
It's off. It's off.
And Jules is like, oh shit.
Get the fuck out of my car!
Here we go, here we go. So this is one of the most terrifying scenes in Femme. This scene is what makes this a horror film, in my opinion. It makes Preston the Jaws, the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park. It makes him the Jason Voorhees. It makes him the Ghostface. It makes him the Smile Monster. It makes him the horror movie villain because of this specific scene and his actions right here. It's this horrific anger that makes him the horror movie villain, because you're so scared for Jules's safety. There we go. This is what makes this a horror film right here.
I would fuck you up. Did you think I was joking? Did you think I was joking?
And yeah, I was just so scared that he was gonna choke him or punch him in the face or punch the car or try, I don't know, or like headbutt his head against the car. I was so scared for Jules' safety in this scene.
Don't test me then.
You just don't know what Preston is gonna do, because Preston doesn't know what he's gonna do. He just does whatever he feels in that moment, or whatever his anger drives him to do in that moment, and that's one of the reasons that he's so terrifying. You know, it was so scary watching this scene. This, to me, made it a horror film. You were never sure what Preston was going to do. He is so unpredictable, even to himself.
This isn't fun. Delete it. Delete it now.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm just going to rewind this.
Turn it off. What the fuck are you doing? Turn it off. It's off. It's off. Get the fuck out of my car.
And as a viewer, like it's almost like Preston grows to 7 foot tall. Like this is how scary he is. This is what it's like when Preston can't control or contain the rage that he has.
Sorry, I would fuck you up. Did you think I was joking? Did you think I was joking? Don't test me then.
And the most horrifying thing is, this is a restrained Preston. Preston is doing everything within his power not to smash Jules' face in because he likes him. That's what blows my mind about this scene also.
Delete it.
And Jules looks at him like, what?
Delete it now.
Oh my God. Yeah, and this is when Jules should have walked away, but he doesn't.
I told you I don't want my face on nothing. I don't know you like that. Yeah, I don't know what you're about. Sorry, it was a mistake. Don't do that again.
And then Preston starts to calm down. He like goes from Hulk to Brit, and you see him go through the change of being Bruce Banner, and he's like, oh shit, I completely overreacted. Okay, Preston, calm down. You see him going through the motions of telling himself to calm down, that he completely overreacted, and now he's got to try and apologize and got to try and make it up to Jules. So he looks so apologetic. He's like, why did you make me do that? Why?
Get in the car.
First it was get the fuck out of my car. Now he's realised he thinks that he's overreacted. So he's like, get back in the car. Get back in my uncle's car. And this is the part, ladies and gentlemen, where Jules should have just ran without his phone. It's like he should have called it a day, but he didn't. Okay, guys, that's the end of the video. The reason that I haven't put the ending in the video is for obvious reasons. I don't want to spoil the ending because there's a lot of people that haven't seen Femme yet. So guys, when you've seen the film, let me know about pivotal Preston scenes of Preston's that you liked, and do you think that Preston was a villain, a victim, a mixture of both, and or why? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.